Currently have 86 cents. In the Expert League, ranked 339th. Goes beginner, amateur, expert, elite, professional, veteran, all-star, master, challenger, champion, world class, and legendary. I was professional a couple weeks ago, but I got demoted. And it looks like I'm on pace to get demoted again. Getting really unlucky. Let's see, I'll change my name here. So yeah, I raise 20.56% of the time. I fold 28.59% of the time. I played 26,067 hands. My average win is 71 cents per win, and I win 27.39% of the time. My winning percentage dropped down 5%. That was that. After 8,000 hands, that was 32% winning percentage. Then I cashed out. After I cashed out, I dropped down 5%. It's pretty suspicious. Every 1,000 hands, you should get better, not worse. Nice bet. I tried checking here. What a brutal river. Cents, nice. Okay, it froze up here. Okay, it froze up again. So the site's kind of a joke. I've been ranked professional 4 times now, and the first time I was ranked professional, then I dropped down 3 to amateur. How do you go from being professional to amateur in 3 weeks without the software being rigged? As if the league grows that fast. But I'm on pace to get demoted again to amateur. But people are able to buy the crown boosters right now, so it makes it so the leagues aren't authentic, because you can throw money at the problem. So it means I can never be number 1 in the legendary league, because everybody that's in the legendary league's probably paying the $10 to get the crown booster. Have to wait. I'm gonna watch a few more promotions, and I'll start playing again. Nice, 20 cents. So I believe that all online sites are rigged. I found, because okay, I'm gonna skip this. Because within the first month of any new poker site I try, I'll hit a home run, a massive home run, and then I could never achieve that personal best again. On this site, for instance, my best day, I turned $1 into, well, about a day in 2 hours anyways. I turned $1 into 258 bucks American, but I haven't even came close to that. Or this other website at the $5 million table turned $5 million into over $400 million, and it was getting so easy that I'm like, okay, should I stay and play till I get 1 billion chips? And I could have easily, because like they would even if they got up a bit, eventually I'd win. They might win 3 hands off me, but I'd win the 4th and then take all their chips.
but I've never even come close to achieving the 400 million on that website. In fact, my winning percentage was 6-handed, so your winning percentage should be about 16%, and my winning percentage was over 30%, and then it dropped 9% in one day. After 1,000 hands, it was over 30%, and then after 1,200 hands, it dropped 9%. After I noticed it. Another website, Poker Stars. I put money on a couple years ago, and within the first week, I won a tournament. I had like 1,500 players, a dollar tournament, and won some like 378 American, and then I never achieved those results again. It was so easy. Like when I won, I'm like, as if it was easy, because I was playing against the world. Now it's different. Cheap hair, but the ace could be there. So that ball could have went either way. I could have won it or I could have lost it. Hopefully somebody has the 8-10. Likely wouldn't have got too much out of him. Let's see one more card. A little bit of psychology here. I was gonna consider jamming, but I had a feeling Wave would call, so I didn't. You can't always bet once you make a card. You become too predictable that way. And besides, I only had the 10 kicker, and I was kind of in an early position, so it's a vulnerable hand anyway. Somebody could have flopped a straight. But if you check when you miss and bet when you hit, I'm gonna pick you apart every single time. The more we play hands together, maybe not at first because you're gonna be anonymous to me, but after say 10 minutes of playing online poker, I'm gonna be dialing into certain people. Some people are harder to crack, don't get me wrong. Some people it takes about a half hour or so, but then usually you, especially heads up. If you're playing heads up, then you can have somebody figured out pretty good. So you kind of have to have a different strategy. You have to have a heads up strategy, and then a ring table strategy. Like on this side here, it's 5-handed most of the time, so that's a different strategy than when I play 9-handed or 6-handed, 4-handed, 3-handed, 2-handed. But the odds of winning 5-handed are 20%. So right now I'm at 27.4%, so I'm playing better than luck. Let's see what the rest of the table's doing here. So this guy wins 26% of the time, so he raises seldomly. But this guy, or girl. Gonna jam, but there was a potential straight on the river there. So will it show me now? Okay, so this guy raises only 5% of the time and wins 15% of the time, so he's playing worse than luck. And they're an amateur, so that's to be expected. So they raise 14% of the time. 25% of the time. Normally I play against people that are at least expert, elite, professional, or higher. So I'm not really used to playing against amateurs. They're unpredictable. Because an amateur is almost like somebody just learning to ride a bike where they're about to wipe out and they just hang on to the handlebars, not protecting their body. So amateur players, they hang on to hands way too long. They don't sense danger. And sometimes they get you though, because a bluff works against the more slower players, and it won't work against the amateur. Like that guy right there with the ace-king. He's probably never folding his ace-king. There could be a flush on board, a straight at first, but he's going to be so confident that he had top pair, top kicker, that he's going to be blinded to the danger at first until you learn the hard way. Like every new beginning player is, because you watch the pros on TV, they show you how to play the big hands, but they don't show you how to play the in-between hands when high card wins or a pair wins. They show you the collision hands where the queens versus ace-king, and you can only see that so many times, and usually when you see it, it's a couple years old that you're watching on TV, so it's kind of outdated information. Like, it is a solid strategy to play like the pros, but if you try those moves against the same pros, chances are they've grown since then. Because you have to adapt on the fly. Because every street, every card that comes could change the outcome of the hand. Sometimes you're ahead, then the turn you're behind, and then ideally the river you catch up again. Happens rarely, but it's if the money goes in on the flop, it's a roller coaster of emotions, which is fun. So if an amateur jams on this site, chances are they have it. Some amateurs bluff, but most people don't bluff nowhere near as enough as they should, because it's risky when you bluff. You don't have a hand, so it takes a moxie, gall, balls. But it's what makes the game fun. I love it. At the moment of defeat, you seize victory by making that heroic bluff, call, raise. So one thing people do too, and it's good to do it occasionally to trap, but people try to trap too much, and then usually I punish them with it, because usually they play it in a way that it's advantageous for me to chase my draws, and then I catch up and pass them, and then stack them, all their chips. So I do trap people, but not as often probably as I should. So this guy wins 27%. Hopefully I get lucky. I think he has it this time. And the guy behind me. The only play I had there was the jam, and I think he had it at that time, because he doesn't raise that frequently. What I love about this site is they give me free money to play, and I've cashed out. My luck changed after cashing out, like my winning percentage dropped 5%. It's suspicious. But they give me free money. Whereas other sites are great and they don't give you the free money, so I continue to play on this site, and want to get up to the apex table. It's a minimum of 200 American and 800, maximum of 800 American. Let's see what you got. I didn't think he hit that flop. That was great, but so maybe I'll get lucky here. Good like me. Hopefully they don't check to the river, because then I'd probably lose. Here. So I'm gonna sit down with 65 now. Hopefully I go against higher quality opponents here. 2 amateurs, 1 expert, and a beginner. It's just in the long run, don't get me wrong, I want to be playing against the amateurs and weaker quality opponents. I need to, but they're just unpredictable. Whereas a professional, they're more predictable. There's that expression, ignorance is bliss. So sometimes when amateurs they'll chase cards that they have no business being in, and then they'll get lucky against you. And whereas professional player or higher, they're gonna sense danger more often than an amateur would. They're a beginner. They called but 7-9 suited because it looked pretty. So they're the wild card factor anyways. And they almost got lucky. They had an open-ended on the river, on the turn there. Oh, that's no good. If he bet, I was gonna jam though. And make it look like I had a higher heart. He might have called though since he had 2 pair. So I got lucky there. So does Sirius have the king or the flush draw? If he checks, he has the flush draw. Didn't feel like bluffing. It's unlikely that even if I hit the jack, I would have possibly been behind to the queen of the 2 pairs for the set. And I wouldn't have called the 27. So. I love when you could fold because some people, they'll call up to the river, then they'll fold to you because they don't make the river. And then you win the pot. It's a little bit frustrating if you have a hand, but if you were bluffing, then it's ideal. So I'm just gonna see what the winning percentage is. Let me. This is the 4th time I clicked on it, and there's subliminal images on here. That's why it's not allowing me to. There we go. So they raise 13% of the time. They win 29% of the time. Fold 24% of the time. They're decent. They win 25% of the time. Raise. You really can't gauge like that. The ones that have over 20% winning percentages, they're playing better than luck. So they might be amateurs. Like this guy's at 30 and he's played 19,000 hands. So he doesn't raise too often. So when he raises, he usually has it. Most likely he could switch it up today, but if he plays his regular style, I have that information against him now. So it's just confirming it, like, by watching the hands that he plays, or what the other people play. Once you see their cards, you could kind of indicate what your if your theory is correct or not. Oh, they left. The two people left. That's unfortunate. Now it's three-handed, so I'll have to open up my game a bit. Can't be as selective. Two-handed, so hopefully I win this. They quit. That was every time I play with heads up with somebody, I want them to quit. I want to break their will so they quit playing against me. It's the competitive spirit in me. When you do have situations where you can play heads up with somebody, take advantage of it, even if you're a new player, because you could learn so much about the game of poker playing heads up. He's gonna hit the heart. He did. And at this limit, it's like 2 cents, 4 cents, so it's probably not gonna make it so you can't pay rent. So you could risk a few bucks to learn, try different strategies, and maybe some of the things you see that I do. And but it took me a long time to get this way. Like, I played probably, I would say, between 5 to 750,000 real money hands, and about 2 million play money hands. Trying to get him to fold the 9. But he wasn't believing it. Even though most of the time he would have lost it. Jacks held up there. Jacks are a dangerous hand because they're strong, but they're not that strong. So they could get you into a lot of trouble. I was nervous when I seen the 2-pair because there was a better 2-pair, potential sets and streets, and potential sets anyways right then. You have to be able to jam with garbage. Two pair. That's awesome. It's fun to work without even doing anything. The sites, the software is great because I went from getting pretty much automatically 2,500 crowns a week to now I only have 39 crowns. So I'm gonna jam. I'm probably gonna lose. He might have the straight. Hoping I had the winner. Was briefly considering making a small bet on the river there. That's what I was talking about earlier, how some people will call until the river, then fold. Some people are a call-in station, like Daniel Magrano is a call-in station. Doesn't mean he can't be bluffed against, but you have to pick your spots. But you could punish conversations too, because you know they're going to call. I was gonna bet there if you didn't bet. Good luck to me. I need a ton of luck. I only did it for the crowns, basically, because it was only 12 cents or whatever it was. And if I had this flop, I would have cracked his kings, so I was off by a hand. When I play bounty tournaments, I'm pretty liberal. If I have the guy covered, then especially at the beginning of the bounty tournaments, not so much once when you're in the money, then it's not easy to automatically call people. But if I put a guy on Ace King by his jam pre-flop, sometimes I'm calling with my 7-8 if I have him covered. If I have 30K and he has 5K, I'm calling every time for the bounty. Even though I only have maybe, I don't know what it would be, but my percentage wouldn't be too high, maybe 37% heads up. But that's still 37% of the time I'm going to win. So it's worth it to get the bounty. In a tournament with say maybe 400 or 500 players, I've gotten, played tournaments where I've gotten 20 plus bounties. So he's less likely to have the queen. The king, pardon me. Good luck me. He probably has the straight though. See, if people didn't bluff, I would have been beat there. But people bluff, so you got to make those reluctant calls even when you think you're behind sometimes, because people bluff. If it was a linear game, then you could always put somebody on a hand. When you're behind, you would fold. He probably has two pair. I'm not gonna get greedy. Most players would have, well, there was the potential straight, so that could have slowed down some players, but some players, they would have just jammed when they had the jack on the turn and with the top pair, and it would have backfired that time. But I had him on two pairs, so, but at the same time I could have been wrong, so I had to bet it just in case. So hopefully I stop the guy or break his will and make him quit. He's a level 6 player, so he's pretty good. And now it's three-handed. So he loses 13% of the time. Pressing this here, and he only wins 17% of the time, so he's playing worse than luck, but he's a level 6. I don't understand. So when he raises, he usually has it. Could be one of those players that buy the crown booster, boost it up, because his win rate's only 17%, and luck, because it's usually 5-handed, so luck is 20. So he's playing 3% worse than luck. Here's a pro. Let's see what their numbers are like. So they only raise seem pretty similar. Could add 10 jacks there of diamonds. So what's this guy's? So he raises 13%. He wins 24% of the time, so he's playing better than luck, and he's only an amateur, so let's see how many hands he had. 10,000 hands, so that's it's paid enough. I'm glad that worked out. Ten of clubs on the turn would be spectacular. It's only 24 cents, but the odds of me hitting the gut shot were pretty slim. And it turned out that I only had 2 outs instead of the 4. And then if it was a club, so really I only had 1 out. Glad that worked out. So I'm just going to leave the table, so this is pretty much the end of the video. So I'm just, this is the news today. Bowling whistleblower Joshua Dean dies suddenly after illness. That should be severely suspicious, because anytime a whistleblower dies suddenly, and the guy was only 45, so chances of him dying right after whistleblowing are probably really remote. especially when people are able to manufacture disease with computer-assisted telepathy. If you Google computer-assisted telepathy YouTube, watch this video. It basically shows how people are able to influence yes-no decisions remotely. And Big Brother, the government's been doing this for the last 82 years. It's 2024 at least, because Lucille Ball had some metallic fillings, like some dental work done in 1942, and she picked up a radio station in her head, and she even picked up Morse code, and it helped discover Japanese spy ring, and this was at the height of World War II, so the government's been listening to your thoughts, being your internal voice for the last 82 years. And criminal elements, organizations are aware of this, so they puppet the government by using computer-assisted telepathy on them, and it's really dangerous. Free will's at stake, so take a few minutes and go to www.change.org/technology. Basically, we're made up of water. Water conducts electricity, so therefore we could be hacked. And my theory is based on the computer-assisted telepathy possibility, Lucille Ball, and this patent here. This picture is a patent, and it shows the different biosensors that could be implanted in, and being able to view this over a cell phone. What your blood pressure's doing, the toxins in your body, glucose, what your vision's doing, so seeing what you see, hearing what you hear, and this could all be controlled over a cell phone. And if you look at the picture of the cell phone, it's an old cell phone. So this technology's been around for a long time, and nowadays it's nanotechnology. It's absorbed through our skin. We breathe it in, we eat it, we drink it. So take a few minutes anyways, read the petition, watch the videos, make an informed decision. If you agree, sign, share, and contribute a few bucks to get it on the agenda in your country, so the government could acknowledge the system, and a task force could be set up with civilian and military oversight committees. Because basically we need software companies to be able to privatize their thoughts. So free will's at stake, and now that you know this, you could deny reality, but you can't deny the consequences of denying that reality. So it's in your best interest to sign the petition, share it, and contribute a few bucks. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.